Hello, hello. I am. Yeah, I switched to YouTube now. Hope you guys don't mind that. I'm still gonna be same old, same old. So don't worry about that. Just switch to YouTube. Yeah. So let's start a new game. It feels like I've been driving forever. It's so dark. I can't afford to stop. Could you even see? I can't let myself. You are so tired. If I could, if I could just. Oh, what the Oh, wait. Uh. Oh well. Oh damn. Wait, what? I was rolled awake in a sweat, gasping for air. Have. It was just a dream. It's been a while since I had a nightmare about back then. From what I heard, I was in a car wreck that landed me in a coma for almost 2 years. Damn. When I finally came to, my memory was spotty at best. At times, as time went on, most of what I'd forgotten came back to me. Meanwhile, I underwent about 6 months of grueling physical therapy. It was hell, but I rather that over an extended period in a wheelchair. Thankfully, I was able to get to my high school diploma throughout the entire process. Without some help, my dad was able to set me up for oh, college scholarship as a result of my situation. I'm still not sure how I could feel about the charity case, but I don't think I could have expected a full ride anywhere with my grades. Now come to a now, now I've completely recovered, saved from a scar from on the back of my head and nightmares that I barely remember whenever I wake up. I've officially started college today. The stress of it all is probably why I had that dream again. I was barely awake for orientation yesterday. The trip took too much out of me, so I crashed when I got to my room. I should probably check the time. 10:09. I definitely won't miss waking up early for high school. It doesn't look like I have any new messages from Dad. No surprise there. You would think he would have been more worried about his baby boy. Unsurprisingly, it didn't take long for him to return to being a relative involved parent. At least he could do is tell me if I needed to get a freaking job while I'm out here. Now that I'm a bit more awake, I should probably log into the website mentioned at orientation. Looks like we needed to create an account still. I should have done this yesterday. Oh, whoops. Oh well, no time like the present. First name. Uh, I don't really have a last name for my character. Say Cardis would work. Wow, they already had all my classes listed into a schedule. I barely even remember what I signed up for. It looks like I have English class in a few hours. Geez, I'm already getting flooded with spunk page notifications. I guess one of my friends posted an update. Seems like Henry is doing pretty well at his school. He was the only one to reach out to me after I woken up. I guess the others felt too awkward to message the coma guy. I was I was pretty thankful to have him help me catch up on everything I missed. I wish I could have gone to his school so that I would have someone nearby. But we ended up on opposite ends of the country, so I can't really lean on him where I am. He's a junior now, and I would probably be one too if not for. Yeah, nice. I I flopped my phone back down onto my bed, letting my eyes stare lazily up at the bare ceiling. My bare ceiling. It all feels so surreal. What happened what happened felt like seconds. My entire life changed. My mom and dad had split, and my friends left while I slept. Bleh. Yeah. Oh, whoops. Friends, it feels so strange not having anyone. I don't know if I can do the. Someone's at the door? Huh, I guess I better put on some pants and leave the existential crisis stuff for later. Shuffling my jeans on, I moved to open the door, but. Oh, hey there. It's Cyongens, right? Can I help you? I'm almost positive I'd never seen this girl before, and I don't know how she has a key to my room, but I'm glad at least I got to put pants on before she opened the door. Yeah. My name's Zoe. I'm from the RA of this floor. I'm just doing my duties and making sure you moved in alright. Zoe rushes past me, laying herself into my room, and begins looking around. Yes. Oh, yes. Please. Just let yourself in. Don't mind if I do. Uh, I'm still a bit groggy, so I could be wrong, but I don't think she's allowed just to waltz into my room like this. Looks like you lucked out not getting a signed roommate. Still a little empty though, ain't it? I stared at her blankly. I just got here. Did she expect me to have this place decked out or something? She looked at my desk and pats it off as if to dust it before using it as a seat, rather than the chair right next to the desk. Hey, it's your room. Don't sweat it. I'm just pulling your leg. I don't have too many good girl voices. College is a big step, so don't stress too much and go at your own pace. Since I'm here, do you have any questions for me? Right, she's a residential assistant. She would likely know a lot about the campus, whatever. Um, what is there to do around here? Well, on campus, there's a few spots worth your time. There's a library, probably the ideal study location. They enforce a strict low-volume policy. You mean they do more than loudly shush people? Ha! Let's just say if you need to check out books for a class or use the media center to print something, I would recommend staying on the librarian's good side. A question what someone would have to do to justify banning them from using an open school resource like the library. All considering the RAs can just let themselves into dorm rooms. I shouldn't question something like that either. I'll keep that in mind. There's a few open plots of grass and a couple of good running trails all around campus. We are an outdoorsy type. Although, if you prefer to exercise inside, I'm told we have a pretty good gym. It's usually pretty comfortable most of the time, but it gets packed in the winter months. They have varied equipment, and there's some vending machines with low-calorie snacks and supplements. Speaking of food, I think they said something about a dining hall at the orientation. Yeah, though, if I'm being honest, I can't recommend the food there. You're honestly better off getting food from literally anywhere else. It can't be that bad. Well, one of the chefs on staff is very eccentric. He likes to experiment with the meals. But if you don't believe me, you're free to experience it yourself. Just make sure you don't record it. Make sure you record it for me if you do. Personally, I recommend it. I recommend you explore the campus. I don't know much about you, so I can't really speak on where you would like to go. Why do I have to keep on stuttering? How does one become an RA? Oh, you're interested in being an RA? I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not even sure what an RA does. But I'm growing more positive you shouldn't have been able to get into our room. To be honest, it isn't anything special. We maintain dorm life and try to assist students with their needs while they live on campus. To simplify, we clean the dormitory building and make sure none of the students have any banned substances. Yeah, I can't do that voice. I'm just going to resort to normal voice for all the characters. I'm sorry. I would also be your point of contact if you go into verbally at a party and don't have a sober driver. Have you ever had to do that before? Only for students that don't have any other friends to call. If you're interested in becoming an RA, I tell you that you won't be able to become one. Why not? It's a position only held by upperclassmen, so I'm afraid you would need to be here for at least a year, freshie. My poor vocal cords. The thing about being called a freshie feels demeaning. Though maybe because I have trouble looking at Or maybe because I'm having trouble looking at Zoe as my upperclassman. And I have no other questions. Well, if you have any other questions, don't be afraid to ask. It's my job after all. Well, you're my last stop today. Zoe motions towards the exit, but she pauses and turns to look straight at me. Is there something wrong? No, just you have interesting eyes. Is she hitting on me? If so, I'm flattered, but I'm sort of lacking the main thing I like in a guy. Like being a guy. She's sort of lacking the thing I like in guy. In a guy. Being a guy. Okay. Thanks? Hey, here's a thought. Why don't you come check out the club fair with me? Beg your pardon? Yeah, it's a big cluster of clubs that try to recruit new members during the first week of each semester. A whole week? Isn't that a little much? Probably, but I'm sure you'll find lots of people here to take Not too big of a word. Seriously. I'm not sure. I just got here and I don't know if joining some club at the moment. The moment I hit campus is the smartest thing. It can be pretty overwhelming, so I thought I could be your tour guide. Thanks? Oh, wait, my bad. Hold on. Eh. Eh. Oh well. Trust me, it's lots of fun and a great opportunity new, to meet people too. Why would you want to be my tour guide? Why does anybody want to do anything ever? I'm always looking for new friends. Plus, you're pretty funny, so I think I'll have a good time hanging out with you. You think I'm funny? I don't remember making any jokes. Same, I don't really remember making any jokes. That's because you're clinically funny and you don't even realize it. This voice is gonna kill me. I'm kinetically funny? What does that even mean? It means the things you do are funny rather than the things you say. Like, for example, your fly's been down this whole time. Oh no. I didn't know this game would be like this. I quickly looked down, and lo and behold, my fly is not only undone, but gaping open as if to encourage peeking at my choice of underwear. I grab the zipper and yank it upwards. I look at the panty before me, Huger snickers. We've been talking for a few minutes and she just now pointed that out. See, you're clinically funny. Plus, I hate when people say they're. I hate, plus, I hate it when people stay cooped up in the dorm rooms, all day when they could be out there living life. Like, really, what is there to do inside that you couldn't do with others? Maybe I shouldn't be playing this game. Maybe I shouldn't be playing this game as for stream. I'm just thinking I shouldn't. I can think of one thing, but after what just happened, what just happened, I probably shouldn't make that joke, assuming she isn't already thinking what I was doing. So was looking at me expectantly. It couldn't hurt to go check it out. The outdoor activities. I'm just gonna take outdoor instead of extracurricular. Is that alright? Extracurricular? I don't know. And I don't exactly have a reason to stay here. Say no. I don't have a reason to say no here. I guess it would be fine. Oh, awesome. You won't regret it. Let's get going. And I'm blinking my eyes, she's yanking my arm, pulling me out of my room towards the stairs. It's not until she starts telling me about when she would she'd gotten lost last week and that I started questioning my life choices. This is going to be a long day. Walk to the fair, it's pretty short. Zoe keeps telling me more about campus life and things to look out for. Seriously, frat parties are the How do we get on the topic of this? Seriously, frat parties are the worst. By the end of it, everyone's completely shit-faced. Not to mention that any guy you meet there is just trying to get into your pants. Really? All of them? No, not all of them. But most people I've met at those things were just looking for a quick hookup. Zoe stops for a brief moment and begins looking around us. In an instant, she's running towards one of the tables. I'm standing awkwardly as I watch her go. Should I follow her or... Hey, hey, Trojans, let's get over here. I want you to meet someone. The Cydrons. Aiden? It's the Cydrons. He's a new student. I thought I got him to the club fair. Hi. I see. Well, it's nice to meet you, Cydrons. The wolf before me extends his hand outward. I give him mine in return. His grip is firm, almost stiff, as I look him in the eyes. And his gaze meets mine. I don't know if I've ever met someone with more piercing eyes. Does this game mean that in like a good way or a bad way? Aiden here is the president of the student government. It's probably the most knowledgeable person here. Oh. Zoe says this proudly, looking at Aiden. I would say he looks the part. Oh, He looks almost princely somehow. Though that might just be because his clothes look like they'd be worth more than my phone. Well, I'm sure that's true. I don't think it's fair to boast, given my status. His eyes return to focus on me, but somehow it feels like he is necessarily looking at me. Isn't necessarily looking at me, but through me. I hope Zoe hasn't given you a hard time. She has a tendency to go overboard. Aiden's voice I can do better than this. Sinister, but so dramatic. I know what you mean. Ah. She lets herself into my room, gawked at my flight being down, is pretty insistent on guiding me through this fair club. So he isn't wrong. She's definitely a force, of that I'm certain. It seems we might be like-minded individuals. That's too big of a word for me. Why don't you just say people? But don't let her get into you. I've known Zoe for a few years now. She usually means well. Like 95% of the time, she means well. If she ever comes too much, just let me know and I'll give her a stern talking to. I'll definitely keep that in mind. For sure, for sure. No. The No. The last thing you were supposed to do is bond over my faults. Aiden. Fucking bitch. Zoe, I almost forgot you were here. My apologies. That was very rude of me. Aiden, stop being a bully. I think I was going to treat you today. Out of the kindness of your heart, I can't believe I've never noticed how generous you were, Zoe. Is it Zoe or Zoe? I guess it's Zoe. I'm not sure what I would have done if you haven't paid for my coffee today. Likely, I would. Not sure what I would have done if you hadn't paid for my coffee today. Why, I'm likely have gone mad. My voice is in Englishing. English. Englishing today. I'm gonna go insane. I'm sure you. I'm sure you didn't have an ulterior motive to trying to get my good side today either. Well, now that you mentioned this, I just remember I promised to help the couple team set up the table.
Safe
Oh,
voicing enabled. Zoe, so I'm sure you wouldn't mind showing Shijins around while I do that. Day 1.
Shijins. I love Shijins.
Day. Zoe doesn't even give Aiden a chance to protest. She bolts off deeper into the fair, disappearing into the labyrinth of makeshift stands and people. Day 1.
It's only gonna be for a little bit, guys. I promise I'll go back. My vocal cords just need a rest before they explode.
Wait. Did I seriously get dragged out of my room by someone I just met, only to get ditched and left in the care of a complete stranger?
Yep.
Day 1.
Yep.
I need to start re-evaluating the choices I make that put me in these situations. Day 1.
Maybe.
Aiden, she's acting worse than last year. Day. Aiden, sorry about her. As I said, she's a bit all over the place. Aiden sighs, but it isn't a normal sigh. Rather, it's the sigh of a broken man forced into similar situations on a regular basis. I pity him. Day 1. Aiden, it's time for my break anyway, so how about I show you around? Day.
Okay.
Shijins, are you really sure you want to spend your break doing more work? Day 1.
Shijins. Shijins.
Aiden, it's fine, I need to stretch my legs anyway. Besides, it would be very unbecoming of me to not support my juniors. Aiden proceeds to guide me through the fair. Occasionally, we stop at a table and I'd learn a bit more about some of the clubs. He's pretty knowledgeable when it comes to the involvement and reputation of the various clubs. Though, that probably comes with being the student government president.
Yeah, probably.
Aiden, so we've looked at quite a few so far. Any of them catch your interest? Shijins, I'm not sure, some of these guys seem a
Shijins.
bit extra. Are you sure none of these are actually cults in disguise? Aiden, you must watch too many movies. Some of the students are just overzealous in their recruiting methods. If there was a cult at the school, I think I'd know. Day 1.
Maybe.
Excuse me, do you two have a moment? Shijins, sure, Day 1. Recruiting student, great. I'm currently looking for new members for our club, opening Personalized Emotion Networks or OPEN for short. Day 1.
Maybe.
OPEN member, we seek to connect with like-minded individuals in finding their inner selves as we shed mortal boundaries on our quest towards enlightenment. Day.
No.
Shijins, what exactly does that entail? Day 1.
Yeah, what does that entail?
OPEN member, I'm so glad you asked. We actually have several information guides on our activities if you're interested. Day 1.
Yeah, I'm so
Day.
interested.
The student hands me a pamphlet detailing several retreats in which members find themselves to remove all doubt from their existence. Day 1. Shijins, I'm not sure this is for me, but thank you. Day 1. Probably a cultist, I understand. Information can help you change your mind. Day 1.
Probably a cultist. Oh, that's just amazing, you know?
Shijins, day 1. Aiden, day 1. Shijins, so you're sure they aren't a dad? Aiden, just, just stop. Let's just check out the culinary team's table. Day. Aiden leads me over to a line of people chattering away at each other. I count at least a dozen people in front of us.
By the way, that's
Shijins,
12.
I'm not exactly interested in cooking though. Maybe we can skip this one and check out a table without a line. Day 1.
All tables have lines.
Aiden, haha, don't worry, I doubt anyone in this line is interested in joining the culinary team either. Day 1. Shijins, then, why, day. Aiden, the culinary team sells samples of their work in an effort to entice people, while also raising funds. Day
Oh.
1. Shijins, so we're just in line to get a bite. Aiden, exactly. Jason, the head of the team, made these roasted dumplings last year that were just to die for. The conversation between us naturally ends and an awkward silence replaces it as we wait in line. The smell wafting from the table up front is beyond enticing. Aiden probably wasn't kidding about how good the food they were serving was. Looking at the wolf next to me, it dawns on me that we've been wandering for a while now and I still don't really know anything about him. He's mostly just talked about the school so far and elaborated on the history of some of the clubs. He's very kind for giving me this tour, even if it was more or less shoved on him by Zoe. Day 1.
Okay, so it is Zoe. I'm just gonna call her Zozo.
I feel like
Zozo.
I should be asking more about him, but I don't even know where to start. I've never had much luck when it comes to talking to attractive guys. Aiden, so, Zoe seems to have taken quite the interest in you. Shijins, huh? Oh, yeah, I guess she has. She was quite insistent on me coming out. Is she like that with everyone she meets? Aiden, no. She's actually pretty reserved with most people, but if she meets someone special she tends to drop that facade. Day 1.
Oh.
Shijins, really? What makes someone special? Aiden, hard to say. I guess some people have a unique quality. If she happens to see that quality in you, you're pretty much stuck with her. 8.
That's great.
Shijins, a unique quality, huh? It's a bit weird to think someone might act differently around you based on an assumption they have about you. Day 1. I don't really even know what Zoe thinks she sees in me, unless I'm supposed to assume Aiden is also kinetically funny. Day 1. My eyes drift downwards towards where his fly would be. Realizing what I'm doing, I force my eyes back upwards to meet Aiden's gaze.
Oh
Day
boy.
1. Shijins, so has Zoe also seen a unique quality in you? Day 1. Aiden, unfortunately, yes. We
Oh,
met while our parents were having a meeting and she's been stuck to me ever since.
that's great.
Shijins, wow. So how long have you two known each other? Day 1. Aiden, about 10 years, I suppose.
Oh.
Shijins, so did you go to high school together then? Day 1. Aiden, no, I went to private school while she dash. Day.
Um.
Aiden pauses mid-sentence, seemingly catching himself. He stares at me for a moment before he speaks again. Day 1. Aiden, you're actually pretty sly, aren't you? Aiden, trying to learn more about Zoe from one of her friends to raise your chances with her, huh? Shijins, W what? No, Day 1. Maybe I should just correct him and tell him I'm gay. It might be better to avoid confusion. Shijins, sorry, I was just curious and trying to keep the conversation going. Aiden, haha, sorry.
Haha.
I just thought I'd try pulling your leg a bit. You seemed a bit uncomfortable is all. See,
Alright,
voicing disabled.
now I will talk. He's not wrong, though I can't say I feel tense as I did when we would start touring around. I thought I would have been pretty sociable, but I must have come across as nervous somehow. Howdy, what can I get ya? Aiden walks forward, letting his eyes scan the selection they have available. Veggie knobs, mini pot pies, and lightly sugared jelly donuts. His visible bob on the back of his head. He visibly bobs his head back and forth as if weighing the options in his mind. I think I need a minute to think. Sergeants, do you want to go ahead while I decide? Sure thing. I want that jelly filled donut, bro. You can never go wrong with a donut. The jam filling is just the cherry on top or the inside. Either way, I wanted one inside of me. I'm gonna shove it up my butt. Okay, that'll be $2. Cash or card. I move to grab my wallet, but Aiden places a hand on my shoulder to stop me. Don't worry about it. Let me treat you. Are you sure? You may be my tour guide, but you don't have to pay for me. It's not a big deal, honestly. I want to. Aiden then orders a meat pie for himself and pays for both of us. Two of us shift out of line with our food and look for a spot to eat. We settle on a bench sandwiched between two club tables. Do you think we will find somewhere a little less busy? I prefer it honestly. We could have we would have to go to another part of the campus to avoid any crowd. There's no really worry. None of the clubs should bother us if we don't approach them. Definitely a cultist. We offered. Surely wants a sensitive experiences. Come join us at the quantum and remote farm where real freedom is freedom of the self. Maybe try to avoid eye contact too. Why the hell did I give him a Sans voice? I feel like it should be a little bit more proper. Like a little bit of a this voice. A little bit of a Taliante. I don't know what voice to get him. Yeah. Thanks again, by the way. You didn't have to pay for me. Nonsense. I'm doing, if not a gracious host. Gracious host. He says this proudly. I'm beginning to wonder if Aiden lied when he betrayed Zoe and actually does like showing off. Speaking of being a good host, do you have any classes today? Zoe and I are getting coffee later. I'm sure she would love it if you joined us. Coffee, huh? I can't say I've ever been the biggest Wait, what time is it? Buys my phone out with quickness. I see the time is already swept past noon. Crap, Aiden. I'm sorry to do this, but I actually have to get going if I want to make it to my class. Not a problem. Do you need to show me where to go? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I know where it is. Well, just in case, hand me your phone real quickly. I reluctantly hand my phone to Aiden. He proceeds to tap away on the screen. There, now we have each other's numbers. Just text me in case you do end up needing help. I'll let Zoe know you had to dash to your class, and I'll be sure to make her an earful for ditching you later. Haha, appreciate it. I turn to leave and pull my class schedule on my phone. Tell me the class is in Harlem Hall. Fortunately, Harlem Hall is the other side of campus, so it's more time is left before class starts. Damn it. I'm gonna have to run. After sprinting around the fair, I got to Harlem Hall and into the classroom with a few minutes to spare. It's a smaller classroom. Unfortunately, there's Fortunately, there's plenty of seats available, so I grab one of the chairs in the back and catch my breath. You find the classroom okay? Yeah, I found it just fine, but I appreciate you offered the help. Glad you found it while you were still available. Well, glad you found it. While you're still available, you never did answer my earlier question. Do you want to go get coffee? I would love to get coffee. Coffee does sound nice, and I was thinking this morning that I need to put myself out there to make new friends. Sure, why not? I should be able to squeeze it in. Great. Text me whenever your class is over. I'll let Zoe know. Do you mind if I sit here? Bunnymon. I look out from my phone and see a very slender rabbit before me. He looks down at me as he motions towards the seat next to mine. No? No, you don't mind? Or no, you don't want me to sit here? No, I don't mind. Sorry, I'm just collecting myself. Had to rush to get here on time. Really? Sleeping late or something? Something like that. So I guess if we're gonna be seat buddies, I better ask your name. Seat bus buddy? Seat buddies? I feel myself cringing at such a juvenile term, but it would be rude not to point it out. But it would be rude to point it out, not to point, not English. It's Sijens. And you are? It was nice to meet you, Sijens. My name is Quinn. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to English 101, Introduction to Writing. I'm your professor for this course, Mr. Bridar. The conversation treats ends as Mr. Bridar begins handing out and discussing the syllabus for the course. I do my best to pay attention to the dull explanation. Psst. I now important is to look at the rules and expectations of class. Psst. Letting myself be distracted is not a good way to start my academic career as a college student. What? Rabbit looks taken aback, but quickly shifts into grinning as he slides a piece of paper towards me. I roll my eyes at the bunny and takes a piece of paper at him from him. At first, I'm confused. The change have. Oh, he just has bad handwriting, like me. This Mr. Breyer is pretty boring. It's pretty boring, right? I like the music. As it's deciphering the message, I look up at the rabbit who stares back at me, expecting with a wide grin plastered on his face. Guess he's expecting me to reply. Or to say, a certain bunny is distracting me. He's so monotone. Slides the note back to Quinny, nods in agreement for scribbling something else down. I really don't get why they bother us with the whole syllabus thing. It's always don't eat in class. Don't eat in class, be respectful, and turn your work in on time. Everybody here is an adult, right? Do we really need reminders on how school works? I can't agree with that statement, but I like to think all universities are adults. Not only this, it's also apparent that two quote-unquote adults are passing notes in the back like a couple of middle schoolers. The continue passing notes over the next hour while Bayer lectures about how he runs the course. Not with that music again! Once Mrs. Breyer ends his lecture, I begin packing my things, but as I turn to leave, I feel a small hand on top of my shoulder. Listen, if you're not busy, I was going to check out some books at the library. You seem like you'd be pretty fun to talk to if you opened up a little bit more. Any chance you want to go with me? I might have considered this invitation, but I already made plans with Aiden. It'd be rude to fake him out with an hour making those plans. Sorry, but I can't. I already have plans. No problem. I just wanted to see if you were willing to come with me. I'll see you around then, Sergeants. Definitely. I watch as the rabbit walk out the door. He seems a bit disappointed, but we share this class. I'm sure we will have other chances to get to know one another. I shoot Aiden a text letting him know my class is finished, and he sends me the address of the cafe. It looks like it's about a 10-minute walk. Hopefully they aren't waiting too long. Following the directions on my phone, made finding the cafe a crunch. However, after looking around, I don't see Zoe or Aiden seated anywhere. It is possible that I just beat them here, so I might as well order something and grab a table while I wait. You okay? You look a little bit lost. The barista at the front counter motions over to me. Looks like an idiot just leering from the front door. Getting close, I can see that he's indeed a large man, but his arms look sturdy and capable. His smile somehow seems warm, though for some reason his eyes keep flickering downward. No, I'm not lost, just meeting someone here. I'm gonna check in if they gotten here yet. I see. Well, the key ones are always taken anyways. Can I get you a coffee while you wait? Yes, please. I'm not a huge coffee drinker, so I pick something uncomplicated, sounding off the menu. After taking the money of my order, the barista proceeds to quickly whip my drink together. Meanwhile, I snag a nearby table. It's only after I'm sitting down that it dawns on me. Can you call me cute? I mean, he's not bad looking for himself now that I'm thinking about it. He definitely seems to have a lot of whatever about him. Although, that might just be because he looks a few years older than me. Order for Sergeants? Snap out of my day to see the barista man was daydreaming. The barista man I was daydreaming about was standing before me and drink in hand. Aren't customers supposed to get up to get their coffee? Usually, but today's a slow day. I could use a break. I hope you don't mind. Not at all. I guess I should be flattered you're choosing to spend it with me then. So then, I guess I should know the name of my esteemed coffee brewer. It's Elliot. It says here right upon my apron. Is the font too small? Elliot begins fumbling with his apron as it concerned the snitch wasn't working as done. Oh, you're right. I wasn't sure how I didn't notice that before. Haha, it's fine. For all you knew, I could have been wearing someone else's apron. So this friend you're meeting, are they someone special? At first I pondered what he might mean, but my thoughts are immediately dispelled as his tail lies caressing on my leg. I'm not even sure how I should be answering this question right now. Definitely think he could be, not at all. Just a couple of people I met earlier. I'm not sure. For now, I'm keeping my options open. Ooh, Aiden. He seems nice. Just a couple of people. Oh, so a friend group then. I assume you go to the university? Yeah, today was my first day. Yeah. I was asked to get coffee with them, and I figured it doesn't hurt to make friends in a new place. I know exactly what you mean. Then why I moved here? Wait, what did... To make friends in a new place. I know exactly what you mean. When I first moved here, There you are. Appearing suddenly, Zoe interrupts our conversation and pulls me into a hug. She sure is friendly considering we just met today. Hope you weren't waiting long. Ran as fast as I could. So I see you already met Elliot. Hopefully he hasn't made you too uncomfortable. That's ridiculous. I never make anyone uncomfortable. Really? Because I caught such a musclehead almost decked you for coming on to him too strong. The art of flirting is all about timing and targeting. You have to recognize who won't appreciate it and who will. Elliot rubs his tail against my leg one more time before drawing it back to his side. The panther's attention finally shifts off from me and back to Zoe. But enough about me, Zoe. It's good to see you. I had no idea Sojourns was a friend of yours. We met today at the campus. I'm his RA. Because I don't want to say residential assistant every time. Right, you were always busy with those extracurriculars. Hope you at least had a good time visiting with your family before coming back. It was okay. I might tell you about them some other time. Tim looked on to me briefly as I started to feel like I'm intruding on their private conversation. I'm not even sure how to break the ice on this sudden awareness. Luckily, due to the wolf's shining slacks coming to my rescue, I won't have to. I see you both here already, but I don't recall Elliot being invited to a little get-together. Oh, you and me, Eden. Yeah, I thought I was being a good friend. Come on, Eden. Why are those odds that Elliot wasn't gonna be here? I agree, though I still think he should probably turn behind the counter. I'm still unsure what kind of establishment you're trying to run. True employees are liable to slack off if they keep seeing their bosses engage in chit-chat more often than working. Sorry, Ellie. The Grum is having a bit of a rough day. Large pants aside before removing himself from his seat. He waits for the two to go ahead while he chugs back towards the counter. That was a bit rude, wasn't it? Sorry, just have a bit of a headache. It's easy for me just to keep my head within a small crowd. I'll apologize to him later. You shouldn't have to forgive Aiden. He's an introvert. You have to forgive Aiden. He is an introvert. Aiden simply chuckles at this one while the panda continues to explain away his rudeness. Today was exhausting for him. After being around all the people from the club fair, so it's better for him just to be around fewer people so he can recharge. I feel the same, Aiden. I'm okay with crowds, but after a while, I just need everyone to get the hell away from me. I guess I can understand that, though I'm not sure why you want to get coffee then. I value a routine. We get coffee every Monday and Friday, regardless of how I'm feeling. I have no desire to evade from that. He gets pretty anal if someone knocks him off schedule. But enough about Aiden. Tell us about you, Sojourns. Okay, anything specific you want to know? Hmm, what's your zodiac sign? Really, Zoe? We're starting with astrology? We can't be all skeptical Aquarius. We can't all be a skeptical Aquarius like you. That's why we have to favorite Aries. That's why you have to favorite Aries friend to balance you out. And he simply rolls his eyes. They both look at me as waiting to answer. I'm not overly into astrology, but I'm pretty sure I'm a Cancer. Not that there's much to be interested in. It's all just nonsense, pure trivialism. The instead was insistent of need to belong to a group. It's not even remotely scientific. Yet some people still put shock in like it's a gospel. There was a guy I met my sophomore year that exclusively through his horoscope readings. Ugh. Like I'm a little interested in astrology or whatever. Not like I have to live by it or whatever. But I like to know about a little bit about it. Well, he spoke this passionately all the time. And people might not think he was such a stick in the mud. Unlikely, I'm reminded constantly by one of my employees of how much of a drag he is. Hey. Surprisingly, the sudden addition of the conversation, I turned to see Elliot looming over me, with Aiden and Zoe drinks ordered. She looks down at me with a smile warmer than the coffee he's serving. Yes, well, I'm sure you know how much I value the individual's opinions of that particular employee. Well, if you tried a bit harder on others, you might hold a better option. They might hold a better option of you. Oh wait, did Zoe say that? Oh well. I'd rather not project a false image where I'm supposed to be spending my time in leisure. I spent enough time doing that already for my business affairs. Business affairs? I'm closing negotiation deals with several alternatives of my father's company in the local area. Though I consider any involvement in the university to be a business affair as a matter of maintaining a public image. Gears on my brain are both trying to process what Aiden's saying, which seems a bit beyond me. So you have a job alongside school? Aiden's father is CEO of a major tech corporation. He he just runs point for a lot of the contacts around Elmwood. Wow, so you already got such an important job. Why even go to college? Because my grandfather was one of the earliest graduating first steps from Elmwood. My father followed his footsteps, and I'm doing the same. After we get a degree, I intend to transfer to Ivy League school for my higher education. It's impressive. I can't really help but feel a little jealous. This fool really seems to have figured all out. Meanwhile, I'm running around without a clue of what I'm doing. The more I talk to Aiden, the more aggressive vibe I got before shifts with an entitled tone. I got before shifts. So, Sergeants. I got a little bit more inclusive question. I'm currently working on a bit of a theory. Sure, go for it. Are you gay? Huh? Are you gay? Are you gay or not gay? This is like deal or no deal, but are you gay or not gay? That's pretty out of nowhere. What's the theory for? Don't worry about that. Just harmless curiosity is all. Is really. I got a theory myself that Zoe might be into me, but I guess this is the golden ticket to make things clear on my front. I am. Though I'm a bit curious what this theory of yours is. Huh, what are the odds? Sorry that was too personal. Though I won't lie, I'm excited to have another gay best friend. Oh, Elliot is gay, I'm guessing also? He laughs this off, though I'm a little bit curious looking over at the wolf right to my right. Do I even dare ask? I must have been looking at him for too long because Zoe answers the question that was on my mind. Aiden's KT, if you're wondering, and hopelessly single. Zoe! Oh, Zoe, that's not all appropriate. Oh, please, Aiden. It's the 21st century. Sexually shouldn't be such a taboo conversation. Besides, isn't honesty the best policy in business? That's quite a rich considering. Fine, being completely transparent, I am indeed bisexual. I'm hopelessly single, as Zoe puts it. I know, because I've never considered romance a priority. Now that she understands, I've given her a bit. But outside of a relationship since I known her. The two start to bicker exclusively over their romantic conquest or lack thereof. Aiden said before that they would know each other for years, and I couldn't help but the question was on that they couldn't have possibly tried to kill one another in the time. Thankfully, the argument eventually ends thanks to interjection by Elliot. Hey, gang, much I appreciate your business. I need to close a little early today. I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna have you all to pack it up. Oh, that's oh oh, that's all right. Is everything okay? Yeah, I just got to get things from my ex. You know how it is. Right. But if you need anything, just let us know. Of course, and thanks for stopping by. Soldiers, it was very nice meeting you. Hope you come back sometime. Definitely. I think you to try one of those mini cakes you have on your display, so I'll be back for sure. I'll hold you, I'll hold you to that then. Take care. Prancer then returns to the cash register, with Aiden following him to pay for the drinks. Hey, listen. It's kind of funny even though I ended up running a bit short. Aiden and I actually needed to split in a little while anyways, errands and all that. Seriously though, if you need anything, just let me know. Especially if you want to hang out again. Sure, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Two of us exchanged the two of us exchanged numbers before shuffling out the cafe. Aiden and Zoe get a very nice car and wave goodbye before driving away from the university. Leave behind me and take to the cafe in Elmo before taking my leave. I'm definitely tired after today. My cozy bed beckons me home. I walked back to the dormitory. Turns out I'm quite a brisk. Elliot's coffee must have put a pep into my step because I was no time at all. Because in no time at all, I'm back in my room. First thing I do is collapse on my bed. The cozy and lining sheets embraced me like a newborn, cradling the support of a cheap mattress. Dreamland awaits me. Dot dot dot. Why is my phone going off? Hey, Sijens. It's pretty cool having coffee with you. This is the music. I was wondering if you're free tomorrow, considering it's crashing on paying for your considering it crashing it. I was wondering if you're free tomorrow, consider it cashing in on paying your coffee. I didn't realize the coffee came with a sturdy enough price tag, warning Zoe whisking me away. I have half of my mind to tell her off, but getting into an argument with my RA and new friend shortly after getting here wouldn't exactly benefit me. I don't have any. I currently don't have any. I don't currently have plans. Hopefully, I won't regret this. Awesome. How about we meet at the cafe tomorrow? I was thinking about noonish. Sure, sounds good. I sent a firmly message and set my phone to the side. Maybe going to the cafe with Zoe and Aiden will become a regular thing for me. Though I could have sworn that Aiden said that he only went there on the cafe on Mondays and Fridays. Aiden seems pretty cool at first. Seemed pretty cool at first. I'm sure he's not a bad person, but he seems a bit excessive polish. Though I can't help but respect his focus. He really seems like he has everything worked out. Meanwhile, I'm just fluttering as I try to figure things out. Begin to toss and turn with effort, regaining my comfortable position. My brain has been turned back on, and now it's just replaying the events from earlier today. Couldn't describe the energetic bunny. Ugh. Well, I'm not sure if I can keep up with him all semester. He definitely strikes me as being a handful and a half. The cafe was surprisingly nice, and Elliot was very sweet. I'm not sure how to feel about his flirting, though. I'm even less sure. What was that? That was a bad voice crack. I'm even less sure if he was being serious or if he was just teasing me. I need to get these random thoughts out of my head and get to sleep. There'll be plenty of time to think about boys in school tomorrow. Day 2, September 1st, 2020. Just 5 more minutes, Mom. I think I'm gonna end it off there. I'll leave it off there because I'm hungry and I want some food. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I did, even though there was some things here and there. But oh well. Anyways, like, subscribe, comment, follow. Just oh wait, whoops. Just do whatever. I guess I don't know. And this is going on YouTube, so I know no one really went to the stream, but you guys should be able to still watch this on YouTube and hear my stuttering. I should remember whenever I do a stream or something or a video, I should really get a drink with me. Hey, it's 1:23 p.m. Nice. Anyways, I guess that's it. I don't really know what else to do. So yeah, I guess bye. I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess.